It's going, baby. Welcome back to the March Madness episode follow up basketball and taxes. Man,
March Madness, man.
it's madness. It's madness in my perception because everything
I-
that thought was going to happen, it was in the right direction, and then I don't know what happened. Who wants to go first about their analysis, about their thoughts, about the games, about how it all went down? What's up? What's a
So
good
do the
score?
intros, man. Do the intros. Do the intros. Run through everybody real quick. Just
Okay,
reminder.
Mr. Jorge Mojinedo, our local basketball correspondent. Thank you very much for joining us today, sir.
Thank you. And I want to apologize to everybody. Whatever I suggested and told you to draft and told you to apologize. It was so bad. It was so bad.
It's all right, man. We live and learn. We live and learn. It's part of the whole thing. We definitely put disclosures. We definitely mention disclosures. Like,
Good.
no,
Yeah, do not spend any
we're
money.
learning.
Do
We're
not
learning.
waste money on anything I say.
Game theorist, Mr. KB. Oh, you're muted. You're muted. You are muted, sir.
Yeah, so sorry about that. Yeah, mea culpa. I feel like my strategy was A+.
Man, cope.
I had the best strategy ever devised. It's just, the results this time did not measure up. But, next time, next Final Four, I'm there.
I got you. Hey, you know what? They're still not over. We get a couple of tries. This is still not over. We get to kind of reassess the whole thing, I think. And our co-host, Mr. Jacito, what's up, man? Sports connoisseur.
Well,
Happy sad face.
things didn't go as much as we planned, but I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor, superfunkyfresh.com. Go to superfunkyfresh.com for all your fresh gear. Yeah, folks, it didn't go as planned, but I had a feeling that I should have gone with my gut, and my gut was telling me to do the animals and the colors, like the ladies in the offices that I used to work before. Because if that would have been the case, I totally would have taken the Aztec on a Latin American feel. I mean, I'm just being honest.
Okay. So I essentially did what you guys, I wrote the notes. Everybody was in agreement. We had the top four. Everything was beautiful. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna win every. And like day one, man, I was money. Day 1.5. Well, I don't know what happened. So tell me, guys, what's your analysis? What's a good game that you guys can all think about that was a good game?
Man, I can't lie, man. Nothing went right for me at the beginning.
Oh, really?
First couple games. I think I missed on every single game except for the 2 number 1 seeds. So I had like 2 points, and there was already like 9 games played. It was so bad. Like it was. Don't ever listen to me again, Robert.
We're still gonna have you back though. We're still gonna have it back though. It's okay. We're learning.
Oh, yeah. So oh my goodness, my worst pick. And I am from Michigan. I am from Big Ten country. I will 100% own this one. I was enamored. I was blinded. I was hoodwinked. I was bamboozled.
Enamored.
By,
I was gonna.
by the Purdue Boilermakers, man. This team cruised through the Big Ten, and I did not factor in that they are a horrible tournament team. They lost to a 13 seed, a 15 seed, and now a 16 seed 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row.
Did you learn? Did you learn?
Oh, I'm not that coach. I mean, I don't know. He got privilege, man, because they still letting him coach. I don't even know how you let him back on the bus after that. After you lose to a 16 seed. Anyway, yeah, that was the game that stood out to me, man. I was just shocked. I didn't think Purdue is definitely not the most athletic team out there, but there's no way I would have bet a sum of money that mattered to me that they would beat the 16 seed.
I agree.
Yeah, man. A lot of things stick out. I mean, there's so many things, but I had a feeling that the groin was going to be a problem for the University of Houston. and we talked about it last time. And we needed a lot more groins because it wouldn't have even mattered. I mean, we got steamrolled there at the end, man. It was crazy. But you know, I wanted to ask y'all if I was trying to Google this and I couldn't find it. That Texas game, they did that play where you throw the ball off the defender when they're not looking. You know what I'm talking about? Is there a name for that play? I tried to Google it. I couldn't find one. I don't know if any of y'all are sitting at a computer right now to look it up. But man, that play was hilarious, and that was just like the cherry on top of just like Texas falling apart. That game right there, I saw that with a bunch of friends, and it was a big heartbreaker for a lot of UT fans. So that one stood out to me.
Okay. What about you, Chris? Welcome to the show. Oh, you're muted, sir. You're muted, sir. You're muted, sir.
Hey man, I'm just sad we ain't got no more Texas teams in there, bro. That's all I'm saying. I'm just like highly disappointed. Like they got kicked in the groin twice. You know what I'm saying?
The Hurricanes got him. The Hurricane got him.
Man, but
Hurricanes always hit Texas, man.
Man, but I thought we can push through that struggle. I thought it'd be a close game, and then we clutched up on third, and then fourth. We just kind of like I don't know, man. The gases got off, and I guess they've been there more times than we have, and I guess it might have just been a little bit of coaching experience, but I don't know. Man. I'm just sad I ain't got nobody from Texas to root for no more. So at this point,
Okay, so you have no secondary teams. You're not gonna celebrate next week. Next week it's a Big Four in the city, right?
It's Big Four in the city. I'm gonna celebrate, bro. Trust me, I'm gonna celebrate. But am I gonna root for somebody? Nah, bro. I'm not gonna jump a no.
He's just gonna be high fiving and not even caring who's paying attention. Like
he's gonna be high fiving with his head down.
He's gonna be like, yes. What are you doing? It's halftime. Yeah, I know that's my favorite part.
Go give me a shot. Come on, let's go.
Now, one team I will cheer for is the Miami Hurricanes. I hope they get by UConn. I think it's gonna be a tough game. But Miami, man, there's something about it. I like their team, man. Yeah, quick team, and I don't know, but UConn's a tough team to beat, man. So that's gonna be a fun game to watch.
UConn's don't got nobody on the injury list right now either, right?
I'm not paying attention.
I don't know about that.
Think they do. I think they're going into that game all rested and ready to go, all full players, full everybody.
And once again, Miami's the underdog. They've been underdog like 3 games in a row. I think underdogs by 5.5 points. So they're gonna prove it to everybody again.
Who's the underdog?
Miami.
Oh, Miami's the underdog, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I want UConn to win because I'm a UConn fan from back in the day with Rip Hamilton, Kemba Walker, Ray Allen. So I want UConn to win, but I also kind of want Florida Atlantic to kind of come in and just blow stuff up. Because I'm imagining, they play in, I think I read somewhere, they play in front of 2,700 at their home court. And they go, just to see a Florida Atlantic come in and win a national championship, I don't know. I think that if my team can't win, then I want some team that nobody's heard of, nobody would have put money on, to come in and just kind of totally shock the world, almost like Muhammad Ali out of nowhere. That's kind of how I look at it. It would be cool to be like, hey, Florida Atlantic is the best team in the country. Can you even say that with a straight face?
Hey, man, I'm glad for you that you got that enthusiasm because I don't care anymore, bro. I'm glad. Kudos to you, bro. You said that with a straight face. I couldn't even say that with a straight face.
I would have said it better if I put a couple thousand down on Florida Atlantic and get another year.
All right. Well, how about this? We'll go with this. You all come up with some statistics. We all throw $100 in there, and we go do something on a FanDuel, or I got a couple other sites we can place a bet on, and we do it. But somebody's got to have some strong research on while we're betting on this team. Not just because we're jumping on the bandwagon.
I wouldn't do it now. No.
Man, research is out the window, man. That's what we did the first time. Look where we're at now. So it's like that's why
several things.
I'm going forward with it, man. No.
Several things from last time that I noticed. One, it was really fast, and it was a quick episode. You know what I mean? So this is something to learn for next year. It's we should probably maybe meet one more time before. So give it some good analysis and thoughts, and maybe things change from the jump into one to the other. You know what I mean?
Now,
Sure.
what we should do for the next year, bro, is you should take like a pool from people, and we can try to just do our own internal. We'll get like a group of like, our own data graphics from a group of people that we know, at least like 20, 25 people, and we'll see what we have in perspective. And we'll grow teams like that. So it'll be like a team of 4 guys against 4 guys against 4 guys.
Perfect.
And we'll kind of put money like in brackets, right? Kind of like a parlay, and we'll see if that parlay works.
I propose Chris moves forward with that and is in charge of that motion. I propose. Chris is the supervisor for that to happen. I propose.
All right, if y'all want to talk about money, if y'all want to talk about the gambling side, I really want to jump into that. I want to give some feedback. This is something I learned a long time ago. I'm sure all of y'all watch ESPN. I'm sure all y'all know who Stanford Steve is. Yes, Stanford Steve. Everybody. Yep. Mm-hmm. So I was in Vegas one time, and I saw I was there in the gambling section, and Stanford Steve had his own like section, and he had his own setup, and he had like a whiteboard, and he was just like breaking stuff down. It was during March Madness, and it was at the end of the night when I showed up, and he started breaking things down. And then he was real drunk, by the way. By the end of this point, when I saw it, he was real wasted, and he started talking about it. One of the things I heard him say clearly was, one of the things that he always makes money on, and ever since I heard him say this, I've been doing this, and I've been making money every year on the March Madness, is first half underdogs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Holy dude. I always make, like, I'm not going to say exactly how much money, but I always make a lot of money on that, y'all.
Like, in case the government's listening.
Man, no, like, it's amazing. Like, I don't necessarily parlay them all, but some of them I do. But that's something. And I wanted to say real quick, shout out to KB for the Latin reference, the mea culpa, and then a Malcolm X reference right after that. Oh, man, we got to keep you on our podcast more often, dog. Anyways.
And when you edit this, you should put a hashtag.
Edit. Who's gonna edit what? Why am I editing nothing? Edit.
I'm not even in this thing.
I'm not even in this thing. You want me to go edit? I'm not even in here. You can't even see me. Edit.
Hey, bro. All I'm saying is, if you're posting this, it has to have some kind of edit on it. We got to get that boy some props in here. That hashtag name drop. Boom, bomb. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna put premium. Do your taxes right in the middle.
Where's the sound drops, man? Boom. A bomb right after he gets that. He deserves that, bro. Give it to him.
Trying to Spielberg up our production, right? Man. I like it. I like it.
I like it. Okay. So what are the teams that are left? Who's left? Like, catch me up. I have not been able to essentially do anything else but look at my chart and notice how downwards it went. So after that, I'm leaving it up to y'all. This is my catch up. What's up? So what's up? Who's hot? Miami, you mentioned. They beat Indiana. How did you feel about that, KB? When Miami, I think they beat Indiana. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a big fan of Indiana this year. So Big Ten wise, I had my teams, but like I said, man, and Purdue just straight up let me down. And that should have been a precursor when you see the Big Ten, because the Big Ten was very weak.
Yeah.
The conference FAU was in, I'm trying to remember which conference it was.
What about you, George? You got some teams?
Conference USA. And so, hold on, sorry. So Conference USA play. I think they're like 15-2 in the not the college playoffs, but all the college tournaments.
Yeah.
So probably should have knew then that they had a really good. They were coming out of a really good conference, but I don't know, man. Like I said, I'd be hesitant to pick them, but I mean, they beat Purdue. They beat. Fairleigh Dickinson. No, they beat Memphis. Sorry, Memphis, Fairleigh Dickinson. They beat Tennessee. Mm-hmm. They beat Kansas State. So, they didn't. They beat some teams.
Gotcha.
I'm not putting money on the Final Four this year. I'm just going to talk boys. I'm not putting money on anything.
Gotcha. Let's go. Let's see who else. Okay. George, what's up, man? Who you got? Who you thinking?
Man, I guess if I had to pick on the Final Four left, I really like FAU. They have beat some big boy teams, man, and they look good doing it. It's gonna be a tough game. I like the little story about the coach and where he was a couple of years ago. He's an assistant coach, like in 6 different schools. Really, really cool story about him. So if I'm rooting for anybody, to be FAU, and since they beat my Cougars, I want for Miami to win. I think it's gonna be a tough game against UConn, but I think Miami has enough firepower. And if they come out shooting like they did against University of Houston, man, that's a tough team to beat.
Okay. So Miami's hot. What's up, Chris? I see you shaking your head.
Man, kind of agree with George, but I'm not happy that they beat the Cougs, bro. But I don't know. I think Miami, it's kind of like the Cinderella story here. They have a good chance to go for it, but I don't want to root for them because they beat us. So at this point, bro, nobody's Texas. I'm staying, bro. I'm ashamed right now. I can't vote for anybody, but I think Miami has a good shot, bro. They're like the Cinderella story right now.
Cinderella story. Okay, so we got the Cinderella Miami. And so who's the evil witch? Who's the evil witch trying to get Cinderella to not go to the dance? Who's your other team?
We got to catch Roberto up because Roberto doesn't be paying attention. So the Final Four is San Diego State, Florida Atlantic, right? UConn and Miami.
UConn.
So
yeah,
Robert,
UConn, that's what you mentioned, UConn.
So we're gonna go the other route. I'm gonna go, like I said before. I'm not gonna go with any statistics this time. I'm gonna go with my heart.
Your heart.
I'm not gonna go any statistics. I'm gonna go with my heart, and my heart pumps. My heart is pumping Aztec blood because I am Aztec myself. I actually know this through my family history. So Aztec all the way. San Diego State. Let's do this for no reason whatsoever.
It's your heart. You said it's your heart.
I'm mad at you for choosing that, bro. After you give us the whole family drop thing, it's your whole heritage, bro. I can't even get mad.
You're putting a lot on the line. You're putting a lot on the line for nothing.
My entire family is on the line.
My whole ancestry. My whole ancestry on the line on this one.
Hey, man, does your family just know that you just put them on the line like this? That's like the whole family heritage. I got my whole family heritage writing on this one game.
Absolutely.
Do they know this?
They do now.
Hey. Hey, we don't do sports. Yacito's like, no, we're in it. I love it. Oh, so what about you? Oh, you might say Miami. Chris, what's up with you?
Man,
no, you already said it. You don't have nothing. Okay, UConn. So Miami and the Aztecs. Are these teams going to play each other?
You say what?
Are these teams going to play each other before they get to the finals? Is that even possible in the brackets of where they're at? Or are these teams
we got to catch Roberto up. Who wants to break it down?
Yeah.
No, Miami does have an opportunity to play San Diego State if they both win, and then they'll be in the championship together.
Okay, gotcha. So the way for these two teams to meet are for them to both win all the upcoming games, and then they get to the end. Yep. Gotcha. They're not going to face each other until then if these two get there.
Yeah, Kofi, what you pick, Kofi?
Man, so since I'm gonna do some kind of reverse psychology thing.
Reverse psychology. Okay, yeah, no, yeah. That makes sense. It makes no sense.
So in theory, I would pick. Since I've been so bad, I'm gonna pick the opposite of what I would pick.
Okay. can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, so I probably in normal times would have picked San Diego State and probably UConn, but since I've been so horrible this year, I'm gonna go FAU and Miami. That's those are, and I honestly, it's no rhyme or reason. It's just I'm telling you what I would pick, and so I'm going the opposite of that. So
gotcha.
That's
FAU. What's FAU stand for? What is that?
Florida Atlantic University. Florida Atlantic University.
Oh, okay. So Miami and Florida. Two Florida teams.
Not Miami and Florida. Florida Atlantic.
Okay. Where's that?
Oh, you're saying the other team's Miami. I thought you were saying something else. Yeah, Florida. Yeah. They're out of the Conference USA.
So there's two Florida teams in this?
Yeah.
Oh, and 0 Texas teams? Oh, man, that's kind of not cool.
Yo, when it comes to Texas teams, man, in Houston, I'm all about go Astros, baby.
I got the gold.
Oh yeah. I love man. That. Yo, shout out to the Houston Astros for doing the gold thing. And shout out to them for only for 24 hours you can come to the stadium and get your gold gear at an extremely high price, and then it'd be available for much cheaper the next day online. Thank you for that.
What an amazing experience.
You want to be the first to have it, bro. You want to be the first to have it. That's what costs.
No, yeah, you know what? No, honestly though, to be the cost of the gear is totally worth it because we actually had an opportunity to take a picture with both as the trophies. So we'll put that up. Yeah, man, and that was worth it. I got to touch both. I tried to touch one trophy and they yelled at me, and on the way out, I touched the other one. So I'm like,
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So we got gold hats. We got basketball. We got 4 teams. Oh man. Okay. Well, I'm excited. When is the last game? The first. When is the first? Sunday?
Sunday, man.
Where are y'all gonna
It's
watch it at? Where are y'all gonna watch it at?
Well, I'm not going to the game. I look at tickets. I thought, well, if you, and not to bring up some painful memories, I know some of y'all are huge Texas teams, but I was like, if U of H lost and UT lost, well, tickets got to be cheap, right?
Nope.
Man, heck no. Those suckers still like $2-3 grand for a decent seat. So yeah,
wow.
I looked at it yesterday because a buddy, we were talking about going, and we thought it might be cheaper, but nah, those tickets still expensive. So
they got some on the, I guess it's on the East Side Ghost Post for still 1,100. Case you can get one right there. They know you can't see nothing, and you'll be blocked by the goal, but you'll be all right.
It's a lot of money.
Nothing, but go for it.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for FAU San Diego State. Regular season, that'd be $20 a ticket.
Yeah. Hey man, that's right though. You could go in there, pay $1,100, and pay $50 for a beer. It's all worth it, bro.
Yeah,
there you go. It's for the experience, man.
For the experience.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'll probably find a buddy. We'll probably get some probably have a little game night of it. So that's my plan.
Molinero, what's up, man? Where you watching it?
Man, I'll just probably watch it at the house, man. Just chill, have a beer, check it out. I'm actually excited to watch it. I like hearing the backstories behind some of these games, and that's what fun, man. You like, hey, man, they beat good teams, and like FAU's a Cinderella story as well, man. And I want to see how far they go, man. It'd be awesome to win it all, just to mess up everything.
What time is the game on Sunday, by the way? What time is the game on Sunday?
Games, you mean?
The game, sure. Like the final game. I'm curious about when we're gonna do like the final closeout. Like right after the game, right before the game. We could do one like right during the game.
They're actually on Saturday.
Really?
Yeah, I'm about to say because the national championship's always on Monday, right?
It's always on Monday. Yeah, so both games, one at 5:09 and then at one at 7:49.
So FAU and FSU, FAA play on April 1st, right? They all play on April 1st. Is that when the next game's at? Miami and
yep, it's Saturday.
It's April Fool Day, right?
Mm-hmm. That's April Fool's.
Had to be.
Yeah, I would avoid that side of town if you happen to be out and about.
Yeah. Okay. So
hey, don't y'all live on that side of town?
Yeah. It's gonna be fun staying home and listening to the fun.
Yeah. Hey, you know another cool basketball thing that happened here in Houston? They actually had this at Del Mar Stadium, which is where I used to play back in the day. They had the McDonald's All-American slam dunk contest. Man, did you guys watch that?
Yeah, man. McDonald's puts out some good ass players, bro. That's like you make a name for yourself. You pop up on that game.
Little Bronny choked it up. He couldn't dunk at the end. Get to the championship very last night. He just make one dunk. He probably would have won.
But
yeah, his old man was weighing in on it, trying to get him the number one prize. He was live tweeting during when his son was dunking. So
yeah, that dunk contest was disappointing compared to the NBA one that was this past year. So.
Yeah, they're kids, man. It's unfortunate they're kids, and DJ nepotism was definitely in the mix that night because Bronny got the last dunk. I thought that was interesting the way they flipped that around, but it was still cool to see like a mini LeBron. Like I don't know if y'all thought the same thing about it, but he's a 6'3". I mean, LeBron's 6'6". It's 3 inches, but I mean 3 inches makes a big difference sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But Bronny is like he's 6'3", but he has the exact same body movements, same body control as LeBron. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. Because what's one thing that nepotism can't help you with is once you get there, maybe he does got his foot in the door a little bit more. But once you get there, it's like, yo, he's got to perform, man, and I think he will.
Okay. Yeah, there was talk about how much more explosive he's gotten just in his last year. So I mean, he's getting really athletic. But hey, don't sleep on his brother, man. He has a tall brother in there. It's like 6'8" already, and he might be something special, especially he starts developing.
You can keep growing, man. You know that David Robinson grew. I think they said something from like age 20 to 21. Like in 1 year in the Air Force Academy, he grew like 16 inches or something like that. Google that. It's a crazy number. Not even making that up.
That's a government experience, bro. They're giving the government experience, bro. See how we can make it happen.
I like it.
All right. So the last game, actually, did y'all say it was Monday?
Last game's always on a Monday.
Gotcha.
Championship.
Gotcha. So the follow-up episode, y'all want to do what, next Tuesday or Monday during the game?
Nah, not during the game, bro. You don't want to do it during the game.
Unless you want to live stream it, like, just people's reaction, but that's up to you, man.
I got you. So maybe
I'm not
next Tuesday.
sure
So 7
people
days.
be in an environment to do it.
7 days to close out the series of March Madness.
Yeah, man.
It's been crazy, man. It's been a crazy March Madness, even crazier than normal. So,
okay.
All the blue buds left early, and it's been exciting still, man. It's still March.
Okay. I'm thinking Miami, just because I've been there. It makes sense to me. I don't know anything else that the FAU, San Diego, never been there. I'm not Aztec. I see.
You never been to San Diego?
I've never been in that side of I've never been to that part. The farthest west I've been is Vegas, I think. So I think that's in my line. So yeah, so I'll go. I guess I go Miami to go to the Final Four, and then if they don't get there, then I have to reassess again.
Damn, I'm looking at stats right now. UConn is negative 125. San Diego's plus 390. Miami's plus 500, and FAU's plus 600. God dang.
Oh, so UConn is the underdog. I thought Miami was the underdog.
Nah,
No,
man.
UConn's the favorite.
Compare Miami to FAU. I mean, FAU, they got FAU plus 600. Damn, and UConn, man, we should all just bundle up and put some money in UConn. See, just put $100 each, negative 125. Damn, we can stack up.
Nah, I'm putting. If I were to bet, I'd put all of it on FAU.
Can I take a loan out? You think the limit take a loan out to make this bet, Chris? You're saying it's sure money, right? You're saying it's sure money.
Well, I mean, it's negative 125. I mean, look at this, bro. Plus 390, plus 500, plus 600, and then you go to UConn and they're negative 125, bro. I mean,
I got my kids' tuition saved up. You think it's a good idea to get some money out for this bet?
Hey, bro, I wouldn't gamble on that. They might not like you in the future.
May not like it, so you're saying there's a chance.
They'll be like, "Daddy," you're gonna be like, "Hush, son, hush,
I
son."
say, blame Tio Chris.
The paperwork.
Man, you never know with these kids, man. I was just on a vacation in St. Croix, and I ran into this old super cool old guy, and he said that he decided to blow his kids' savings and college fund on his retirement and go and live his life because he said that his kids decided to one decided to be an artist and the other one decided to be something else, and they were supposed to be like engineers. He said he took all their money and ran his party with it. I was like, wow.
See ya.
Yeah.
So go for it, Rob.
We'll see. When is the last day I can place a bet? It takes a little bit of time to get those. It takes a little bit of time to get the money out.
There's live betting, man. You can bet during the game, man. You can bet. Trust me, they'll take your money.
Hey, I'll give you something you can bet on, bro. You can bet who's going to score the first basket on parlays, and you can just bet the parlays that way. It's only 4 teams left, so put 4-team parlay on there, man. You come on, you can even go to the second quarter, third quarter, fourth. You can hit them all the way across, bro, and you can make money. those are sucker parlay bets.
Perfect. Got it. All right, cool.
Damn, man.
I got what I needed. I know exactly where to take all my money to. That's all I really needed for this whole thing. I just wanted to got a great parlay bets going, no problem. Got it.
Man, yeah. Oh man. -5. Man, I'm looking at these money lines right now as we speak.
Okay. So what's up, y'all? Anything else for the audience? We got about 5 more minutes left on the little video.
No, man. I guess I just I'm sad for the Houston teams, but I think overall.
Hey, man, I don't believe you're really sad because you keep on bringing it up.
Now, I'm sad for the folks who believe in the Houston teams. I don't know. I'm also happy for the coach for UT because that was kind of a no-brainer. Him getting signed to a permanent contract, so they were kind of dumb to sign him. But no, man, I'm not a huge college basketball fan like I used to be back in the day. I think, it's a whole bunch of other structural issues with the NBA and all that stuff we can kind of go down a rabbit hole on. But
Oh, but they can get paid now,
I
right?
love
They
competition.
can get compensated now for the. They can get compensated now for the school, right? Like they can get.
Yeah, they got the NIL deals that they can get some compensation. My thing is though, all the good players almost jump over the college game and go straight to the NBA.
I see.
So you don't really have the same like Christian Leitner, and that's why a lot of the blue bloods are losing, because they just don't get the same high quality athletes. Kyrie Irving, you don't see those players anymore stay in the college game. If they do, they there for 1 year and then they out. So
Gotcha.
college game, I think, has suffered a lot.
What's up, Jorge? What you got? Last words, last thoughts till the next episode.
Yeah, you know what? The college game has suffered a lot, but I think it's giving these smaller schools a bigger opportunity, man. Those schools, they stay together for 4 years, and they're all of a sudden they start clicking in the right time, and they're one seed's getting beat again. It's happening more often, and I think it's great for basketball. Yeah, you don't get to see those star athletes do more, and that would be awesome, man. To have some of these really good kids stay longer, but hey, it is what it is, and it just gives more opportunity for the other schools, man.
Okay. Cinto, what's up, man? Any closing thoughts?
Man, this one has been a good one, and I think in a lot of respects, because it goes to show that the experts don't know anything, and that the ranking system is a joke. And I'm excited that and even like it reminds me of football, like even that, like BC, all that stuff is just BS.
What
right?
we missed,
To me,
you know what we missed? We missed
my
an
opinion,
international.
man.
We missed an international perspective. That's one of the things I think we missed. We have the local perspective. I'm gonna try to see next time we get an international perspective. That's my bad.
Hey, I got a question for y'all. What do y'all think about reseeding after like the Sweet 16? I think they do it don't they do it in the ladies NCAA tourney? Like reseed them once you have all these upsets, then they reseed them based on, I guess, whatever previous seed they were at.
I don't know, man.
In favor of that, or don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, or something like that.
I wouldn't mess with it. Don't mess with it. Leave it alone. It's beautiful. It gets me excited every March, man. I'm waiting for it. Has a chance.
Let me ask y'all a question, man. And let me get y'all's opinion on this, right? So back in the day, blue chipping was a big thing. Then it got against the law now, right? Now college kids are allowed to take endorsements from sponsorship companies, right? Do you think that takes a play in the way these companies are, the way these teams are playing out by individuals, right? So these exports, I was just thinking about it. These export statistics are going to be off now, because now you've got these kids, instead of just playing for college pride and a name out there, they're also playing for funds, man, in the back end on sponsorship. Do you think that takes a toll on everything?
I mean, I would assume so. It's like if now you can tally up what you're worth by every point. Kind of almost.
I mean, because that kind of ruins the statistics, right? So it's old statistics, right? That's not groomed up, because they're taking old statistics based on all the information you had before. But you got these kids now; they're shining different now because they know if they
gotcha.
Got the money
Yes, I
line in
understand what you're
basketball.
saying now. Correct. Like
It's like almost having a
this
pro
new
player playing in the
influx
NBA.
this new influx of incentives. How is he gonna mess with the stats? Because a kid that might be like, is like, oh crap, I can make money. Let me step it up a little bit more. So yeah, that's a good point. I never thought about it that way.
Anybody's input? Nobody? Just me, crickets? George, you looking kind of constipated there, bro. What's going on? Let it go.
I think it does play a part, man. Making more money, doing different things. You see, it's affected a lot. I mean, you get these smaller companies, all of a sudden everybody's giving money out, and I think kids might stay longer if they see themselves, hey, they're a early second round pick, and they're like, hey, man, I can make $1 million from gallery furniture to stay at University of Houston. Then they might think about it, and they'd be like, hey, man, I might get better and get a better deal later. So.
It does, right? It almost makes you put it like in the professional perspective, like you're pre-NBA, you're getting paid to do something,
Yep, that's why I'm glad I'm in Houston, man. We got Tillman Fertitta and Mattress Mac. We got the big dogs helping out, so I think it does play a big part, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was a needed change. I think the kids deserve it. I mean, you got coaches making millions. Everybody in the game was making money except for the players, allegedly. I mean, they were getting paid. They were just getting paid in different ways. But yeah, so I think it's a good change. The problem is I don't think every player is getting the same amount, right? There's probably a couple players making $1 million, but I would bet that is very unique. I don't think, there's a ton of players making that kind of money. Most of them probably still on scholarship, quite honestly. So
that's still money, man. I mean, if you think about it, right? So if you have your top 10% and they still making something to like 200,000 to $500,000 as a college student before you even get into the pro sector, that weighs a whole lot different, because now you're paying for different type of training away from college facilities. You got people coming to you, you got nutritionists with you all day long away from the university staffing, right? And specialties. Now you invested in yourself as a business. So I think statistics of the way people run it now, especially the old heads, they don't run it right now because there's a whole lot of game change in there now.
You should, but I just think if you're an 18, 19-year-old college kid, you're probably not thinking anything like, hey, let me get a nutritionist. I mean, if I was that age, somebody gave me $500,000, I'll be honest, I'm probably going to the dealership. I'm gonna give me something nice. I'm gonna give me a PlayStation. I'm gonna borrow me some Air Jordan. That's how I'm thinking. As soon as I get that,
you're going to the strip club too, bro.
I mean, that's how you thinking at 19, man.
Could I get 15,000 of my $500,000 in one, please?
Right.
I want those all in once.
Man, absolutely, these kids, man. Absolutely. This is the TikTok generation. You better believe it that these kids are doing side hustle after side hustle after side hustle. I mean, have you ever seen Euphoria? I mean, the very first season, all these kids are learning all these ways to make with crypto and TikTok. I mean, there's so many, even IG itself, man. So you better believe that the kids, especially because of basketball. I mean, I had a kid in my high school that went straight to the pros. Like we know in high school, even in those days, that's why they're not paying attention in class. I mean, you see Lamar Jackson, that statement he made, and he misspelled and his grammar was all crazy. It's like, yeah, well, because of course, man. I mean, they passed them through. I remember in college, they put us in courses that we knew they were going to. I took a class called Jazz to Rock. Jazz to Rock was a class. I swear to God. It was a class with all my fellow classmates were my athletes, right? The football team, the basketball team, the volleyball team. We're all in there just getting credit, not even going to class. Everybody got B's. It's just like, man, so, you better believe these kids. This is when I played back when dinosaurs were roaming the earth. You better believe these kids nowadays are all about that.
Guys. All right, man. We gotta close it out on my end. All this money, everybody's watching. You need to get your taxes done with all the extra income. Go to thepremiumadvantage.com. Thepremiumadvantage.com. Get your taxes done.
Subscribe.
Close it out, y'all.
SuperFunkyFresh.com.
Go Cougs. Go Cougs. All right, man. Awesome. We'll schedule this follow-up closeout next week. All right, man. See you all next time.
All right.
Cougs.